Well, good afternoon, everybody. Yes, I'm pretty sure we made it to 100 degrees today, so congratulations, we made it. Of course, as I mentioned yesterday, the last 2 weeks of August are considered by many as the dog days of summer. And the reason they call it that is because in the southern sky, the Sirius star starts to rise and it's visible. And the ancients used to think, well, the moon and that additional star is making it additionally hot. Well, otherwise known as La Canicula, which is what my dad used to call it. And he says, you don't want to go outside this time of year. Who wants to do that? Well, along the Gulf Coast, we're seeing a little bit of a wave. You can see it sort of spinning around here. It's not a tropical, system, but it is a complex of moisture that looks like it's drifting toward us. In fact, yesterday this was out over Florida. Now it's over Louisiana, and hopefully tomorrow East Texas. And then by the time we get to Friday, maybe it'll be on top of us and giving us a better chance for some shower activity, or at least knock the temperature down. Up in North Texas, there's Dallas. You can see it all the way down. This little frontal system is continuing to trigger a line of storms up there, so they're not worried so much about the heat and the humidity that we're dealing with. The reason for this area developing here, well, let's see. If you had a mountain here and you had a mountain here, what do you have in the middle? A valley. Aha. So we have a valley of lower pressure there because there's the mountain 1 and there's mountain 2, and that's why we're hoping to see some of that move in our direction. But in terms of any rainfall in the last 12 hours, nothing in the county. You see it right about there, and not even anything recorded up the road on 59. The heat index, of course, continues right at that 105 category, and that's when we tell you, and you're doing a really good job, because I can tell a lot of people are going, middle of the day, not worth getting out there and doing anything strenuous, because you will overdo your body. And of course, you've done well for the summer, and just stay hydrated, plenty of fluids, limit any strenuous activity in the middle part of the day, because you're going to perspire a lot. And then, I don't know, it's what happened to me over the weekend. I perspired a lot, came in, took a shower, and I'm still perspiring. I mean, it took me 30 minutes to cool back down. And of course, you can go to some public space to just get a little bit of air conditioning. Now, let's talk about the tropics. Well, first of all, we have Erin out here. Erin is beginning to get going. Now, it's not a huge storm just yet. It's barely at about, let's see, that's 60-mile-an-hour winds, so it is circulation. It's just that right now it's struggling through some very dry air. That's the dust that's coming in from Africa. But as you can see right about here, like about 2 days from now, maybe 3, it'll become a Category 1 storm, and then it'll strengthen up to possibly Category 3, maybe a Category 4. That's in the computer models. That will go very close to the north of the Caribbean islands. Not a direct hit, but they'll get something out of it. But then the big question is, what about the East Coast? Computer models right now take it and turn it around and make it a fish storm. However, I don't want everybody to lower their guard. You just got to consider that is going to be somewhere along the east coast of the United States early next week. So let's take a look at your forecast tomorrow. Port Lavaca, plenty of sun. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of that. High temperature topping out at about 95. 1 or 2 little afternoon showers possible, and hopefully a little bit more of an increase as we get closer to the weekend. 96 in Cuero. Here's the tropical moisture sort of pushing it up to about 40% for probably Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday, and then decreasing for early next week as the summertime rolls along. But then, hey, the kids are in school, so that's a good sign. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to